Right from the jump. This case is messy. Multiple charges, bond violations, and now marijuana possession. Stick around, because this judge is about to hit his breaking point.
Judge, I forgot to approach you on this other case. It's Miss Loyola. Judge, she has an AFM in our court, but she has a felony.
So she's on bond for an assault of a family member,
Yes.
on bond for a felony assault of a peace officer, and now you pick up a new case.
And what happened was she went to felony.
Oh, hold on. I don't even think we've done probable cause yet. We are going to do
Quick legal insight. Probable cause means the officer had enough evidence to justify searching the car. And with the smell of marijuana plus a confession, yeah, that's more than enough. Do you think cops should be allowed to search just because they smell weed? Comment below.
probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 19th, 2025, a law enforcement officer observed a white Chevrolet Silverado ahead of him on the block 12600 block of Wokeland Parkway and ran the license plate through the NCIC TCIC. Registration was shown to be expired as June 2024. A traffic stop was initiated and the law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver. The law enforcement officer observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the defendant claimed at first she didn't have anything in the motor vehicle, then confessed she had marijuana and several pipes. The defendant was detained. Probable cause search of the motor vehicle was done, and the law enforcement officer located multiple marijuana pipes. The law enforcement officer located a small bag of a leafy green substance and a black bag in the back seat. It was identified as marijuana, and the bag was within arm's reach of the defendant. Total weight of the marijuana was 0.09 ounces.
Since she has a license.
Yes, Your Honor. It does show being
Eligible or
ineligible.
ineligible? Not allowed to drive. You will
Notice how the defense is trying to frame this as double punishment. Classic move, arguing fairness when the client keeps tripping over the same bond conditions. But judges rarely let repeated violations slide.
now be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuses are. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. You are on bond for 2 cases. Your first bond violation report was filed in February for you not showing up for testing and not picked up a new case. I now revoke your bond on the assault case.
Judge, if I may,
Please.
she went to felony court, and she was also revoked there. She just spent probably 4 or 5 days there. Is that right? And she's out here, so.
The day that moved was, I was in jail for a traffic ticket and
The-
a big call.
I don't know if you heard that, Judge, but the day that she missed court here the first time.
No one ever missed the
You
test.
missed it, that's right. She actually had texted me and she got taken into custody because of a traffic ticket. I have all that. So she was actually on her way.
And there it is, the judge's frustration boiling over. He's basically saying, talk is cheap. This is the turning point where mercy runs out. How many chances would you give someone before locking them up?
To the testing and got picked over, and therefore she couldn't continue to make it there. So she's already been punished for bond revocation on the felony court, which she spent 5 days in jail last week. When did you get out on that?
Saturday.
Saturdays. And so if we take her in, I know you have every right to, Judge. It seems to me like it's kind of like a double whammy for her, especially for the fact that for that first BVR, she did honestly try to make an attempt to get there. I have the phone records for that, Judge.
When someone tells me something and they repeatedly fail to recognize the conditions that we set forth, for me, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. You telling me something when you get out the doors, you still do whatever the hell you want to do without regard to bond conditions in this court. I'm now revoking your bond. She goes with you. Well, hold on. I need to sign this affidavit so she's not going to drive. And then she goes, I'm sorry,
Can
John,
I-
but it's just one thing after the other. Just
Do you want to
too
go
much
ahead and issue a new bond, or can I revisit you in about an hour to figure out what we want to do, Judge?
drama.
You want to do it that way? Okay.
Keep it down, we gotta plead.
What's it called? 16.
She did, or we have to wait till the judge. till Mr.
Well, hold on a second. You really want to do a probation with Mr. Proctor?
That's what he said, Judge.
You couldn't even stay out of trouble while you're on bond. Why do you actually think that you can make a probation? Yeah, I've heard that before. How many times have I heard that before? How many bond violations have we had, Mr. Proctor? You know, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You know, if you think you repeatedly fail to appear for court, you repeatedly fail to comply with bond conditions, how on earth do you think that you're going to be able to make probation where you have to do classes, you have to remain clean, you have to report once a month? You can't even report to court once a month. How are you going to do this for 12 months? History says otherwise, Mr. Proctor. Can we do a TRS on you? Before I do anything, I don't know how to go forward with him. And I think that probably the best way to see is to have Mr. Proctor evaluated to see what conditions and what is the appropriate way to go forward, because I have no idea what's going on in your life. I have no idea what you have, and we don't want to see you fail, Mr. Proctor. We want you to leave better than you came. But just doing this right here, it's just throwing you out there to the wolves. I mean, if you really think that this is the appropriate way, you can even, while you're on bond, for a couple months, stay out. Before, I would like to have him evaluated. So what we do.
Interesting twist. The judge doesn't just want jail time. He's ordering an evaluation first. This shows the balancing act of modern courts. Punishment versus rehabilitation.
Is we have clinicians available that can interview you, talk to you about you, what's going on with your life, what has been happening with you, how everything has transpired and how we've gotten here to this point, and to see what's the best way that we go forward. Do we need a treatment plan? Do we need inpatient treatment? Is it sufficient to do out? I don't know, but I'm not ready to do this just yet. I think that we need to have the TRAS to see how we go forward. Let's see what they say, and then at that point, you want to court reporter regardless, right?
Oh, no, sir, no, sir. We will respectfully honor the
So let's.
request by the court.
It doesn't have to take long. I can expedite it so we can have everything done within the next couple days. We're not talking weeks. We're not talking, so we can have everything done quick. Because I don't want you to just sit there and languish. But I need to know how to go forward. And this, I don't think that this is the appropriate way. If they say after we have you evaluated, if they say and they give the blessing, then I'm all for it. I want to do what they advise because they know best. Every time I have someone TRAS'd and I deviate from it, we pay dearly. So that's why I trust them to give us the best advice as how to go forward. All right? Give me a couple days. Let me get the TRAS done. We can come back and then we'll go forward. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, I just want to make sure I have it on so we just want to wait for TRAS before we do the plea.
Right. Yeah, because I want to know what are the appropriate conditions that we put, because this right now, this is the type of probation that we usually do when people have, no violations or, they've been, but here we have multiple, 4 different violations from one thing or the other. So that's why.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Your Honor.
Sheila.
I'm approaching on Mr. Portillo Sanchez.
Judge, was presumptively positive for alcohol, fentanyl, and cocaine.
Your Honor, he wants to take a plea for 180 days today, which he's got 22 days credit, so.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
mean, I think the last time we had said a year, right?
We set it for trial, I think, on the 22nd-ish, and he wants to plead to 180. No, okay. Will you accept, is there anything the court would accept?
I mean, I'm over and over and over. And I don't know if that's what it is that's causing everything in all these cases. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it could be due to all that. You now tested positive for cocaine, fentanyl, what else?
An alcohol judge.
Alcohol. You were on bond for 5 different violent cases. Goes with you. Sorry, Mr. Portillo. What I would like to do, because obviously now we now know that there may be a more substantive issue that may be causing all this. So what I'd like to do is have him TRAS to see how we go forward. But I'm not going to just continue to take these cases where we're basically pleading guilty, throwing him in there 30 days, gets out, he picks up another felony. We have now 4 or 5 open felonies. No, I'm not going to continue to perpetuate this revolving door of you picking up a case, getting out, picking up a case, getting out, picking up a case, and now you're testing positive. No, we will now get to the root of what the problem is and why you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now 15. It ends today. Goes with you? We'll have him to your ass. Let's see what it says. And then, you know, but I'm not just going to continue to do the same thing in hopes that when he gets out. So, send it for TRAS. We'll come back in a couple days, get the report, and let's see what they say on how it goes. But I'm not going to just continue to do the same thing and hope for a unicorn, because it's just not going to happen. You know?
I would like to just,
It's up to you.
I would like, I mean, if,
Can,
I-
but
right,
let's figure out what's going on.
sure. I just want to see what I mean,
Sure.
obviously as his attorney, I need
Absolutely.
to see what his options are and meet with
And,
him.
and I don't want you to do anything you are not kosher or not happy with, you know? Before we do anything, you know, of course I want your blessing. And if he says no to what they say, then we just go
Have a
to trial.
trial.
And we'll go one after the other. Just be ready, please. Okay.
Should we, I guess, set him like for Friday or something and see, I don't know.
It's probably gonna be the processing today. I don't know if it's tomorrow.
You know, there's no way. It's now 11:30. Till tomorrow, he's still gonna be processing.
Right.
So we can't start the TRAS until he's out. Latest will probably be Wednesday is when we get it done.
Deja vu. Another defendant, same story. Broken. Bond conditions. You'll notice a theme here. Judges will bend, but once they feel played, the hammer drops hard.
I would say we probably will have the restriction.
Well, but he'll be set for bail review automatically, right? For Wednesday or?
But if he stays in holdover, somebody can come over there.
We usually have people come here to do the TRAS here.
Right, okay.
Here, to
Okay.
try to expedite it so that they don't sit there for a week or
Sure.
2 weeks, you know, because we want to, it's not the idea, it's just to hold, just for the sake of holding, is to get everything done quick so you guys can make the informed decision quick. And we'll see. You know, and the idea is hopefully he's honest and then try to get to the cause because,
The option.
you know, before there's a murder case because he's using and he does something that's irreparable, you know?
I
I
understand.
mean, how many times have we seen it? So, okay.
Thank you.
Tiger.
Sorry, Judge, I just have,
Man,
I'm terrible. I am in this death penalty capital, so I just don't.
still?
Yes, Your Honor, we're 2 out of 3 weeks. I just have 4 minutes left on my bathroom break. Mr. Thomas tested, it looks like his marijuana levels are going down, but he did test positive for alcohol. I talked,
Mr. Thomas.
he's present, Judge.
Not only have I reinstated his bond once already, but now we're working a second bond violation warrant. What do I need to do to get your attention, Mr. Thomas? Yeah, right. Justin,
Yes, Your Honor.
what do I need to do? Put his butt in jail?
I think we've been in felony court this morning, so I don't want you to think he wasn't here. He was,
I don't care
he was
about
great.
I care about him continuing to use and continuing to do whatever the hell he wants to do without regard to bond conditions. You do what you want to do. I think I have but one choice, Justin, and to just put him in jail.
Judge, what do you think about